Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see here. Bloody hell. Okay, I think we're back online. Of course, of course. Exactly. Yeah, I want that. You shouldn't hear anything. I'm just getting everything resituated here. Hold on. Yes, a little bit. My my emergency Wi-Fi hotspot was not turned on. Apparently, I redirect to the wireless hotspot. I just gotta get everything resituated here. Oh, bloody hell! At least Twitch makes it easier to resume than YouTube does. That's one advantage. Hey, oh, it's so annoying. It's so obnoxious. Literally not what I wanted to happen, but here we are. Sorry, guys. Give me just a minute here. All right. Yeah, we're getting back. We're getting back. I'm just getting everything resituated here. So sorry about that. Yeah, I wanted to distort. Trust me. More of a little good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We will resume in just a minute. He's all right. He's all right. Okay. All right, I think we're okay now. So sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, I don't know where we got disconnected, so I'm just gonna replay this little video here. Hopefully, everything before I played the video worked. I imagine it did because I won't be able to play the video until my router dies on a somewhat frequent basis. It dies at least once a month, which is why I got this emergency Wi-Fi hotspot so that whenever my router decided it was going to die, I could just redirect it to the wireless hotspot and everything would be good. Yeah, here we are. But yeah. Anyway, so sorry about that. So let us go ahead and resume. We're gonna start Silver's video over because I don't know how much of it you guys got to see. It happened sometime during the video. Okay, cool.
Hello everybody. Hello Riz. I just wanted to say congratulations on your model premiere and your Twitch debut. Yay! I've known you for a couple months now. I've seen you grow from I think around 40 followers to 100. And yeah, of course, as expected, you went above and beyond. I'm so freaking proud of you. You're such an inspiration to the people around you, and we're really lucky to have you in our lives. So really, thank you for who you are, and thank you for being such a good friend. I really enjoy hanging out with you, having conversations, and I think you are super duper funny. I always enjoy it when you make a funny dad joke.
Well, that's apparent.
Content, and really think your community is very wholesome. It's always such a joy to see the messages and what everybody has to say.
I love this new outfit, by the way. I haven't seen this one yet.
In Discord or within the chat. I'm really happy for you that you are finally coming to Twitch and that you finally have your VTube model. I know how, I know a little of your journey and how things have been. You're such a hard worker, so yeah, you deserve everything. You really do. I really wish you luck on your journey and things may go well for you. I really hope that all your dreams and wishes may come true. I really wish you all the best, Riz. I really do. Thank you for being my friend. And thank you for being in our little friend group. Thank you for everything. Let's enjoy the day because this is your day. See you guys around. Bye bye.
Oh, thank you, Silver. That was very sweet. The honor of being your friend is all mine. Anyway, I saw that Norman added something else, and Mujikina said they added something. I don't see it. So, oh, Mafia just had something. Oh, or rather, maybe I missed it. Hey, Riz, happy for you. 1.0 Mall, glad to be your friend and see how far you've come. I can't wait for more silly moments with you and more catapults to be launched. Congratulations, my friend. Thanks, Mafia. There's Kina. Okay. Well, we got even more. Eek! Congrats on getting to debut day. We can restart the music now. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, congrats on getting to debut day. I'm so proud of you for coming this far. Working with you has been absolutely amazing, and I hope to continue doing so for a long while. Your humor and kindness are something unmatched by practically everyone I meet. I wish you the best of luck on your debut and journey afterwards. Here's to you. Oh, thanks, Kina. You are way, way too kind. Yeah, thank you for all your hard work on the emotes and all that. I know my community love them, and I look forward to seeing more. And to seeing more of your content as well. Mujikina is becoming very active on TikTok. Definitely go give her a follow. Peach, if we can put a link somewhere on the Twitch chat for her TikTok for people to follow, that'd be great. I haven't managed to finish this gift I wanted to do for you in time, but it's coming. Ah! Oh, this is so cute. I love this. Look at this. Oh, this is adorable. Last minute. Let's go. Oh, thanks, Norvin. I'm happy to call you a friend, too. Look, there's Norvin, there's Pouch, and there's me. Oh, I love this. This is great. Hey, Nishan. Welcome back to the Pigeon Coop. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for making it, buddy. Ah, yes. This is great. I'm saving this, too. Look at the pixel art. Oh, my goodness. This is lovely. This is heartwarming. This is so happy and wholesome. I love this. And look at all the pigeons. Look at all the pigeons. Oh my goodness, pigeons. Let me double check the... Yeah, it doesn't look like Carlbot is re-announcing my stream. Let me repost that in the community Discord to let everyone know we're back. There we go. I was giving Carlbot an extra minute because they seemed a little slow, but it doesn't look like they're going to repost, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. Now we're full back, and yeah, it looks like the router's back up, so we're back up to full speed. I verified that the hotspot is still on, and we are all kinds of good to go for today. All right, but yes, there are so many pigeons. Oh, it makes me happy. It's everything I ever wanted. Look at all the pigeons. Yes. So many pigeons. See, I wonder if... I don't think Aubrey's come back. I know Aubrey was talking about being a pigeon, but... oh, well. Hey, yeah, we got pigeons for days up in here. Yeah, we got that out of the way. Let me double check our Reddit AMA, see if any more questions come in. Oh yeah, we got quite a few questions here. Okay. Let's go ahead and answer some questions now. I see no reason not to. I'll need to probably repin that message, won't I? Hang on. They do match colors, yes. Or rather, I was matching colors with a pigeon. Aw, hugs for Pouch. I approve. Yeah, I'm gonna hug Pouch too. Hold on. I will also hug Pouch. Yay! Pouch hugs. Anyway, yeah, we're still back. I'm going to repin the AMA. I may as well. AMA, I may as well. Lol. Anyway. There you go. Pin that to both the channels so that everybody has a chance to ask whatever question they feel like asking. There we go. We'll give that an extra few minutes since we had some technical difficulties there. We're not gonna worry about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, and even nothing there gives Pouch a hug. Nothing there. You and Pouch have many things in common with your Pouch is a mimic, and nothing there mimics humans. So it's all relevant. It's all relative. Drink some water. It's good to be back. Oh yeah. All right. So we'll give the AMA a few more minutes just to give everybody an opportunity to ask their question if they haven't already. And then I think that we'll play a little bit of Limbus Company afterwards, because we still have one more intervallo to do before we dive into Canto 8 tomorrow. So we can go ahead and do that. Don't worry, Banana. I will announce it before we do that, so you'll have time to avoid spoilers. Oh boy. But yeah, how's everybody doing? What do you think? Brand new step for us, huh? Intervallo 5? I don't know what intervallo it is, actually. It's whichever one involves the sweepers. So, yeah. That's the interval we still need to do. I was going to do that in the last stream, but we wound up taking far too long. I didn't think the end of Canto 7 dungeon and the preceding interval, or the following interval would take 9 hours to do, but God, we did. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I dig the sweepers, man. They're cool. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll play that interval. Get all set up to play Canto 8 at long last tomorrow. I'm so excited. My first time playing brand new Limbus Company content. Oh, thanks, Rain. Appreciate you. And thank you for that lovely little poem that you wrote. That was so cool. And you guys really went above and beyond. I was just expecting like little messages here and there. You guys really went creative with it. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and check out the AMA. I think that's good enough. Let's see here. So, first up. No, how dare you? First up, Brian here. Question for Rizwan incoming. Will I have to carry the future pigeon sins as well, or just our current ones? So, for those of you who were not in our, not present for our Library of Ruina streams, I had the pigeons design their own librarian, so they were able to decide how they looked and what key page they would wield and things like that. Brian had a Lowell key page, and I don't know what it was. Brian's librarian just did not have good luck. Every dice they rolled it just did not go well for him. He was just selling rolls left and right. He did not clash well. He had the Will Wheaton dice curse for real. And he was on Bina's floor. And one of Bina's abnormality pages is called The Weight of Sin. And so when you play that on the librarian, anytime they roll a dice and it rolls the minimum value, they gain extra power the next turn. So I thought, well, if Brian is just going to keep rolling low like this, I may as well just keep putting the weight of sin on him and, get something out of it. At least if he does bad this turn, he'll do great next turn. And, yeah. Oh, man. So whenever that card or that abnormality page activates, for lack of a better word, so anytime you roll the minimum value, it plays a sound effect. It's like this little ding. And yeah, Brian was getting like 7 or 8 dings a turn. It was just like, oh my dear Lord, man. Good God. So he was carrying the weight of all the sins for the entirety of the pigeon coop. So it's become the meme that he carries the weight of all of our sins. And yeah, it's backbreaking work. Yeah, F's in the chat for Brian. He carries a lot of sins. Yeah, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was where you peaked. I think you had plus 12 power because you rolled the minimum roll 12 times. It was crazy. And yeah, it was bad times for you, Brian. But we appreciate your sacrifice on behalf of the pigeon coop. Welcome back, Sachiko. Welcome back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. These things happen. We're just doing our AMA now. Next question. Jacob here. Since this stream is scheduled before the next Kanto stream, who are your favorite sinners, and where do you place Hung Lu among the sinners? Ooh, oh, that's a good question. I like this one. Well, obviously, you know, some of my favorites, Don Quixote and Yisang, Otis. I would say those are my top 3 at the moment. As for where I would place Hung Lu, I've said this multiple times in my Limbus Company streams, so pardon me, pigeons, for sounding like I'm repeating myself, but for those who are new here, normally when it comes to Hung Lu, he's like this unerring optimist, right? He's almost naive in a way. He kind of comes off as that one-dimensional naive airhead at times. And normally I would just write that character off, just like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're this character show, fine, whatever. Not very interesting. But in the context of the world that Project Moon has made, especially with what we do know about his backstory, or rather, I should say, I know about his backstory at this moment because I haven't played his chapter of the game yet. But given what I do know about how bad he had it and how unideal this city is to live in, that's shall we say, given how grim Project Moon's world is, it is interesting. It's like, okay, you had all this happen to you and you live in a world like this, and yet you're like this. Why? So in the context of the world that he lives in, it is fascinating. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what we learn about him over the next 3 weeks as 3 weeks as the content comes out for him. As for where I would rank him entirely, he's somewhere in the middle. I know I ranked the sinners at one point. I don't remember what I said necessarily because I really had to think about it. But he's definitely somewhere in the middle. He has a lot of potential. The only Don Quixote, absolutely. Don Quixote is my favorite, especially after the previous Kanto. Oh man, her story just slayed me in so many personal ways. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, Hung Lu, somewhere around the middle. I can't give you an exact place off the top of my head. And top 3 sinners in order: Don Quixote, Yisang, and Otis. Love those guys. And of course, Otis and I are besties. I said it over and over again. We're best buddies. Next question. Nothing there here. I don't really have anything to ask of you other than how was your day, and if you could use any ego in real life, which would be and why? Ooh, that's a good question. First of all, my day's going very well. Thank you for asking. I hope yours is too. As for the real question, which one would it be and why? So again, for those who don't know, I can't explain ego succinctly. So just go play Project Moon games. Which ego would I use and why? Oh, that's a tough one. Now I'm assuming that that's fine. Whether you want to lurk or not, I'm just happy that you're here. Oh man. Now I am assuming that you're asking this from a Lobami Corp standpoint, not like a Limbus Company standpoint, because they're quite different between how ego works between those two games. So I'm assuming you mean this in a Lobami Corp context. And I don't know of too many. But that being said, which one would I use? Yeah, in the sense of Lobami Corp. Okay, nailed it. Of the ones that I do know, I would probably wield the Snow Queen ego, like both the weapon and the armor. Because yeah, I'm a pyro. We all know that. I specialize in burn damage and I love fire weapons. We all know that. But paradoxically, I like the cold. I like being cold. I like low temperatures. That's where my comfort zone is. So I would want the Snow Queen stuff because I feel like that would keep me cool. And it's offers decent enough protection. We're like, yeah, this is fine. I probably wouldn't last too long in Lobotomy Corp anyway, so no need to be too precious about it. Alright. Let's see here. Willing Jackfruit 67 asks, when, if ever, will there be a Library of Babel stream? There will be a Library of Babel stream sometime in the future. I can't say exactly when. So we did the entirety of Library of Ruina, and now my attention is turned to Lobotomy Corp and Limbus Company. After I run out of content for one of those games, or at least like when there's a gap, right? Like maybe I catch up on all the Limbus Company content while I'm waiting for more, we'll do Library of Babel. Or I beat Lobotomy Corp, and then Lobotomy Corp is just done, and then we move on to Library of Babel. Oh, it's you, Banana. Okay. Yeah, so sometime when there's a gap in the Project Moon schedule, you know, because we're already doing plenty of Project Moon stuff. I do want to leave room for other things. So either when we have no more Limbus Company stuff to do, or we have no more Lobotomy Corp stuff to do, and I can fill that slot with Library of Babel. That's when we'll do it. I can't give you a date at this point. I have no idea when that'll be. So there will, in fact. Oh, there's Aubrey. Yeah, yeah. See, you are a pigeon. It is true. It's just like you said. You wanted to be a pigeon. There you go. Let's see, where'd she go? Hang on, I'll pick her up. Nope. That's. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. There's Aubrey. There you are. Here's your pigeon. Yes. That's a happy Aubrey. Whee. Now let me try to sit you down gently here. There you go. But yeah, everybody's a pigeon now. We got actual pigeon avatars. I will at some point, well, I shouldn't say I will, but I'm looking into how I can have some color variation in the pigeons. This is a Steam Workshop item, so it doesn't come with any additional colors. I'm going to see if there's like a way, what I can do on my end to give you guys some color variation so that you can customize your pigeons a bit. We'll get there, but for now, we will, you know, yes, of course I can pick them up. Here, hang on, I'll pick up a pouch. Nope, that's not a pouch. Get out of the way. There you go. I got the pigeon. Yep, I got you. We born free as the wind blows, as free as the grass grows. Here, you can sit on my shoulder for a little bit. Oh, actually, hang on. I got an idea. Hold on. Hang on. I got this. Hold on. Hang on a minute. And there you go. You can sit up there now. There you go. Pouch just gets to sit on my shoulder now. No, I've been rejected. Pouch, no! Don't reject me. How dare you? How cold blood of you, Pouch. I put effort into that. Rude. All right. Well, nothing I can do about it now. Well, I tried. Let's see here. Who else can I put up here? I'll put Peach up here. Here you go. Peach, you can sit up here now. No? Peach, no. Stay there. There we go. Hee. There we go. No, I will not put Brian in a cell for his sins. But yeah. Pouch rejected my shoulder perch, so now... so now Peach can just sit up there now. Anyway, I'm not putting you in a cell, Brian. Relax. Calm down. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, so we will eventually do a Library of Babel stream. I just don't know when yet. I can only give you the vague time of when there's a gap in the Project Moon schedule. When that happens, we will fill that slot with Library of Babel. And throw you into the sky? Okay, as you wish. Let's see here. Where is... There you are. This is Banana. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Lift off! Is he coming back? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no, there he is. I just didn't see him come back down. Okay. I was so scared. I thought. Whoops. Okay, he's good. He's good. I just didn't see him land. Oh god. Okay. All right. Hang on. I will give you air jail. Hang on. I will give you the opportunity. Let's see here. Where did Pouch go? Where is Pouch? There we go. Ah, no, Pouch. Cease. Get in there. There you go. Little escape artist. There we go. Stop, Pouch, please. Yeah, now you're gonna get it. There we go. Locking you in. There we go. Stop, Pouch! Ah! Damn it, Pouch! Get in there. I shouldn't have to fight you on this. Let's see here. Maybe you just need like one more. Get in there, you. Stay in there. Oh man. Anyway. There we go. Now Patch is sat upon my shoulder. There we go. So you can make the blocks more transparent. Oh no, that's the opposite of what I want. There we go. That's better. Now you're really sitting on my shoulder. Oh yes. Anyway, I'm out of shoulders, Aubrey. But yeah, so there we go. Yeah, I got 2 shoulder pigeons. Anyway, where was I? Bina here. I want my tea, Rizwan. That's not a question. But you can have your tea, I suppose. Me on thy head, Manager Esquire. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. I have a couple spaces on my head. Hold on. A little hard to hang on. The menu's in the way. I can't move the menu. Go away. There we go. Menu is in the way, but I figured it out. Hold on. There we are. All right, where is? I'm gonna put Aubrey. Nope, not you. Stop. I'm gonna put Aubrey up there. Maybe. Echo 1511. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Picture Coop. And where is Banana? Where has Banana gone? Where is that little pigeon at? Oh, it's nope, that's Cosmic and Banana. There we go. Woo. There we go. I got pigeons on the brain. There we go. Very good, very good. Next up, Willing Jackfruit 67 also asks, is Rizwan an alias? Yes, my name is not Ian, please. I just saw Ian flying through the air. Whee! Who threw Ian? Who did that? Oh god, someone check up on Ian. Are they okay? Yes, Rizwan is not the name of the person whose voice you hear right now. No. I am, you know, my name is different, but I go by Rizwan here. So, yeah. It's getting mauled. Yeah, no kidding. Nothing there breached containment and came at Ian like at nobody's business. Golly. Anyway, Oh, is there a dance command? I didn't know that. Oh, there might be. I don't know. Yeah, look at the pigeons. I got pigeons on my shoulder. I'm surrounded by pigeons. This is everything I ever want. I'm very happy right now. Thank you, everybody. Well, Pouch, you can't throw the pigeons because you're not around any pigeons. You're sat on my shoulder. I have to throw one person. Of course you do. Hang on. I'll set you down next to him. There you go. You can go throw. I know who you want to throw. Go throw him. Oh, Banana, you're on my head. You couldn't attack him if you wanted to. Tisk tisks, all y'all. Pigeons play nice. Where's... Oh, hang on. I got you, Brian. I got you. Here. You have the safety of my shoulder for the moment. Everyone's bullying you. You can just sit up there for a minute. And, hold on. Naturally. Not get revolt. Oh, yeah? Are you sure about that? Where is... Technically, I can attack right back. Just keep that in mind. Bombs away! Anyway. That's enough of that. Let me unpin. Don't need to pin things anymore, I think. There you go. I think that is quite enough of the AMA. I think we're good there. I think we got everybody who wanted to. And I think we can have a little chill session and we can play the last intervallo of Limbus Company. I think that's what we'll do. So, Banana, I am about to start Limbus Company and play an intervallo that is post Canto 7. So this is your potential spoiler warning. Yeah, bombs away! Boot up Limbus Company. Booting up Limbus Company. Or attempting to, anyway. There we go. Oh, I also need to update Twitch on what I'm doing. Ugh. We can, yeah, there we go. That's better. That's the way it's supposed to be. Why is it like that? Hold on. What's happened? Where's the Lotus Company thing? Should be... No. That's also not what I asked for. There we go. That's better. Don't worry, the pigeons are still there. You just can't see them on stream. I didn't forget. I just my friend code's right there. You can add me if you like, or did you already? Hold on. I always forget how to bloody view. Did I view friends? I always forget how to do this. Hold on. Nope. There we go. Nope, haven't got anything new yet. But yeah, that's my friend code. You can always add me. I just gotta update Twitch real quick. So let everybody know that we are now gonna play some Limbus Company. Hold on one moment. You did? Well, I mean, are you sure I didn't add you? I don't have anything. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway. Limbus Company. Oh, good. Oh, sorry. I wasn't reading chat. Go down. Don't worry, the pigeons haven't moved. You just can't see them right now. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I will grab the pigeons. Hold on. I will grab them. Hold on one moment. No. There we go. There you go. Pigeons are here. We're fine. Anyway. So, let me know if you see yourself, IM, because, I mean, there's no usernames here. So, don't know what to tell you there. By the way, my friend Code's there if you still want to add me. Let's go ahead. Nope, not that one. That's not what I meant. Nocturnal Sweeping Intervallo. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that beat though. Let's see, can I disable the pigeon chat? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if I can or not. Oh well, if it's too intrusive, I'll turn it off, but I'll let you guys let me know. If the pigeons are too distracting, I will turn the pigeons off for the game. But if they're fine, you can... Actually, we could probably... Since we have... Probably turn that off since I have all the pigeons here. We don't really need the chat box, do we? Since I didn't see myself? Yeah. Nothing there. You can post your friend code in our community Discord server and I'll get around to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do it. Happy New Year. I'm gonna have to do all the reading for this, aren't I? Dante, any idea where that leftover cake from yesterday went? Get cake? No idea. I mean, why would I know? I can't even eat. Darn. Did Donkey already get her paws on him? Radia rubbed her tired eyes, muttered something about how he should have partied in her room instead, and stumbled to the back door. The New Year's came swiftly to the inhabitants of the bus after the various incidents at the LCE. Oh, so is this like a New Year's event? Oh, cool. The sinners all came from different backgrounds and parts of the city, but annual celebration for New Year's seemed to be a thread that connected their cultures together. They began floating the idea of a New Year's party and... One second, I'm going to reorganize the windows a little bit. On my end, I mean, just because it'll be easier for me to keep an eye on chat. There we go. Excellent! Then permit me the honor of hosting this banquet! With her usual overdramatic boast, coupled with the familiar twinkle in her eyes, Don Quixote declared that there would indeed be a New Year's party, and thus it was decided. Again, After all the hell we went through with the back door and whatnot for the out-of-season Christmas celebration. Yet I must insist, for 'twas but an effort to decorate the bus, the intent quite divorced from the act of celebration. Don Quixote glanced at Sinclair, sheepishly scratching the back of her head. Huh? Oh, don't worry about me, really. Well, 'tis true that mine actions have brought thee quite to distress, unintentionally, I might add. Thus, I ask thee, wouldst thou not agree that a communal event to mark the occasion might freshen both our spirits and bodies? I can't even begin to imagine her amnesiac self even taking a moment to give a damn about how Sinclair might take it, but I guess with memory came tact. You know, it's our first New Year's together. It sure is an occasion for celebration, huh? Gotta hear that bell go ding to really mark the transition to a new year, right? Oh, Brian, oh Brian. Rodion wants bells. Get to work, buddy. You know what bell we need. Go roll some dice. It seems that we shall be welcoming the first light of the new year in company of one another. This is indeed a cause for celebration. A bowl of noodles before the last night of the year fades. Classic. Such bubbling enthusiasm from you warmeth mine own heart. Forsooth, the grandiosity of this banquet shall be one for the books. Cosmic Lime, thank you for following. Welcome to the Pinjacoop. Fireworks, most brilliant. Enough delicacies too. Karen, when's our next stop? Mephi will be running non-stop for 3 days at least. Only dum-dums stop on a fast road. So she says. Virgilius smirked with his usual sardonic edge, one fist under his chin. Yay! For next year's celebration, the banquet shall be prepared ere the promised hour. Don Quixote's idea of a grand banquet depressingly fizzled into nothingness, but Radia. After that, we stayed up together, watched the New Year's first sunrise briefly paint the city in gold, then retired to sleep. When everyone woke up, rubbing their tired eyes, the world outside the bus had completely transformed. There was a behemoth of a structure, bizarre in its presence, and its walls seemingly made of gargantuan steel plates. H-Corp. The sinners began to voice their surprise, appropriately so, as what came into view was different from any of the nests we'd passed by on our journeys thus far. Is that massive building all one is that massive structure all one building? If that whole thing's a nest, then what the hell's the box streets? That's big enough to cover H-Corp's territory and then some. Well, there he goes again, asking dumb questions without ever taking a peep at the guidebook. That's not the nest. It's a space station! Sorry. That huge box over there? That's District 8. We call it Hong Yon, the vast garden here at H... Oh, no, I'm sorry, I misread that. I thought that was you saying. We call that Hong Yon, the vast garden here at H-Corp. The nest lies within the center of the structure, and the back streets without. So they squeeze the entire population of this district in there? They just not get a ray of sunlight all year round? Well, at least they won't have to worry about the rain. Prithee, avail me a sight as well. As the sailors began to gather one by one at the other side of the bus, stirred awake from their late night's rest, I felt my gaze drawn toward Hong Lu. I looked for signs of concern or distress on his face, worried. It wasn't exactly something unique to Hong Lu, but the stories about his past home life we've heard throughout the year, whenever he felt like sharing them, were all consistently and terribly depressing. Yeah, that's my point. It's not such a bad place once you actually try living there for a while. but his lips, ever so slightly curled upward into a kindly and relaxed smile, are making the same expression as ever. An expression that hasn't changed at all since our first meeting. Maybe it's just a cultural difference. Kind of like how Hong Lu can be so nonchalant about things that should give most people pause. But, actually, no. I'm not helping anyone or anything by entertaining these thoughts. My job, at this moment, is to keep a close eye on Hong Lu, more so than usual. So, do I know what H-Corp is? Have I been told? I have a really bad memory, so if I have been told, do let me know. But if it's not been explained to me what H-Corp is and what their singularity is, do let me know. Or if I haven't been shown that, I mean, don't tell me. The slot is for gambling your pigeon currency. So everybody has like a set amount of tokens or what have you in like these little pigeon avatars, and you can gamble them. There are other things you can do with them too, but we're configuring it as we go, so I haven't like actively advertised all the things they can do. If the time comes for me to help him as the manager, I'll give it my all. Besides, whoa, this thing's even bigger up close. Verily, I carry no recollection of a structure so grand, even in past adventures of mine. If my efforts aren't enough, I know I can trust the sinners to lend me a hand. Hey, let me see too. I collected my thoughts and approached the sinners, who were flattened up against the glass window to get a good view. Thank you, Peach. Nice. I'm gonna move my model a little bit. Ever so slightly in the way. I think like right there will be fine. And there we go. Oh, gonna be picky about this. There we go. Leo Black, thank you for following. Welcome to the Pigeon Coop. Well, we have a mod online right now. My one online mod, they're asking to ban Peach. So, mod, would you please identify who you are so that you can explain to Leo about banning Peach? Oh, battle times. Ooh, chain battle too. Anyway. Let's get the lads. Magic bullet, Otis, boosh. Of course we'll bring Hong Lu because this is his place. No, we will not be banning Peach. Once we left the bus... Oh man, can't believe we had to get off the bus here. We have to make a formal complaint against H-Corp for this crap. What the hell were they thinking, doing shoddy construction work at the entrance of the highway that leads straight into the nest? Many causes there may be to such construction projects, yet perhaps an early warning sign ere our approach to the site would have been a sensible addition. Were it not for young Kara's most valiant driving, I shudder to even imagine the terrible possibilities. 'Twould have been a most awful end to an adventure. It's no surprise that the sinners all had a piece of their mind to speak. As we drove up to the entryway, we unexpectedly came across a mess of badly put together steel plates blocking our path in the middle of the road. Karen quickly spun the bus around, which meant that everyone ended up being thrown about like rag dolls. You're too high up, Aubrey. Here, hold on. There you go. Good thing there was another road off the highway that leads into the city, right? I bet Karen would try to reverse gear all the way back to the last interchange. But looks like we'll be going through all these winding alleyways to get to the nest. It's so dark here. You were greeted by a dark street upon disembarking from the bus, illuminated by only faint strands of light. It was immediately obvious that we found ourselves in the back streets of H Corp. It looked pretty impressive on the outside, but it's no different from the back streets inside, eh? Yep, it's a familiar sight. Gotta say, it's getting real old. I ask thee, is the nest of this district shrouded in such darkness as well? No, these particular sites are limited to the back streets of District 8. The back streets of this district weren't very different from the other ones we'd visited in the past. People hurrying through the streets as though they were being chased by something. People scowling and glaring at the ground with some sickness or discomfort. Scenes all too common in every corner of the city. There was one thing about this place that stood out from the other districts, however. They're kinda reminding me of the former G Corp soldiers back at District 4. What? What do you mean? You mean those fellas? The growths on their flesh appear too organic to be prosthetics. Some of them had odd protrusions or nodules bulging from their skin as well. One more thing. There we go. Not all manager, bud. Look, they haven't all mutated in the same pattern, like into an insectoid form, for an example. Well, I guess I should commend you for not looking at them through a biased lens. You are observing the aftermath of District 8's distinctive method of treatment. Oh, so this is where the rumors about that bluish-ish healing ointment came from, huh? Apparently they can cure any flesh wound after just one night's dressed in the bandages? It seems that certain misconceptions must be addressed. They are the variations of H-Corp singularity, the bolus. The bolus? She is likely referring to medicines brewed and kneaded into ball-shaped pills. Correct. H-Corp, or the Hongyang Bioengineering Group, mainly manufactures boluses that contain essences of treatment. The boluses may be taken orally, ground with water into a paste and applied directly to the affected area, or dissolved in water, soaked into bandages, and wrapped around the necessary area for treatment. Coffee O'Bean, thank you for following. Welcome to the Picture Coop. Oh, thank you very much. Ah, I guess rumors transform as they travel. Oh, I see. I was just thinking about how they do things back at the K Corp. The focus of K Corp's technology is the reversal or recovery of one's conditions. Returning to the original state is the key word in their treatment. It is no rare sight to find unique techniques and technologies developed independently by the inhabitants of backstreets of District 8 using the manufactured boluses. The treatments are not individually customized for each patient. Instead, their focus is on selecting the appropriate technique from a myriad of choices to address the deficiencies in their statuses. Perhaps one could choose the words transformation or evolution as a more illustrative descriptor for their method of treatment. So, that's what counts as treated. The crowd Sinclair was pointing at certainly appeared unhurt, as none of them were bleeding or walking with a limp. But many of them dazed, staring blankly at nothing, or scratching absent-mindedly at their mutated parts. Reminds me of Los Angeles. Ah, they must be the regulars. Unexpectedly, we found our answer not from Faust, not from Marceau, but from Hong Lu. I mean, unexpectedly, he lives here. The regulars. Yes, I've heard of them as a child. People who have grown too accustomed to visiting the clinics in search of their mystical treatments. The regulars might appear more intimidating than most people at first glance, but apparently all the side effects they've been stacking changed them in strange ways. It is likely that interoperation conflicts or issues will arise when applying highly disparate treatment methods to a single body. At least it's a cheaper alternative for people who didn't sign up for the life insurance. You speak of life insurance. Yes, life insurance. There's a special insurance option to bring the client back to life upon the event of their death. Oh yeah, like Oh crap, what was her name? Was ever Pamela or Pamela? I forget. From Library of Runa at the Wedge office. She had that. I remember her. So the irony isn't lost on me, but I thought resurrecting people was one of the head's taboos. The head does not consider the revival via life insurance to be a violation of their non-resurrection taboo. It is likely that, on a technical level, this revival is actually categorized as brain resuscitation, as opposed to a full resurrection. Degradation of its functions considered, of course. Another fatal downside to this technology is that, unlike the manager's quack winding, the subject cannot be brought back if their brain is destroyed. Also, there is a risk of significant losses in the process of information transference. Losses, huh? So maybe some of their mutations could be more than just side effects of these treatments. Maybe, but I heard it takes more than 1 or 2 revivals to change that much. And since apparently people in the backstreets could never dream of paying consistent insurance renewal rates, so after all, who would sign up for insurance if using its services could reduce them to such pitiful states? Yeah, they appear pathetic and pitiful to you rich bastards, don't they? You'll soon be in the same boat as them, so save some pity for yourself. Identify yourself. The stranger's voice cut through our discussion like a foreign instrument. We turned around to find a large group of people who were clearly up to no good. You must be a young master of that high-my-Jia family, eh? I can tell just by looking at your pretty face. Your friends, Honglu? No. I haven't had much of a chance to get acquainted with people from the backstreets, so... Nope, I've never met them before. No, of course you haven't. Too busy living large, playing gods in a whole different world from us plebs, huh? Not that it matters. We're just here to take the thing you brought here for a submission to the family hierarch evaluation. The what evaluation? Okay, there's clearly been a misunderstanding. There's quite a lot of them. We're not off to a great start here, huh? Man. Actually, no. It'd be a violation of our office's core values to jump them like we're some common thugs. I, Shansan, third son of the Triax office, challenge Jia Bai Yu of the Jia family to a duel. Our wager will be that the winner can take anything they want from the loser. Wait, what do you mean a duel? It's time to duel! I have heard the tale that duels of the Honorable Fixers of the Sync Association Easter branch announced their intents to duel by stating their affiliation and name, instead casting their gauntlets. And the pamphlet that young Ishmael had presented before me earlier presented the truth that the Tri-Axe office is indeed an office of the East, though they are indeed of a lesser quality. 'Tis a true, genuine, accurate declaration of a duel that we behold. That moment where Ishmael's just like, I'm simultaneously happy that somebody finally read the pamphlet, but annoyed that that's the only thing you took from it. So it's just a fancy way of saying 1v1, let's go, isn't it? I mean, this guy doesn't look too tough. What do you think, Faust? Agreed. This individual does not seem to possess any particularly exceptional skills that may pose difficulties for Honglu. I think it's going to be okay. I'll be back in a minute, Dante.
You sure this is okay? I don't think you're going to lose against him, but, you know, just in case.
No worries. I have some childhood experience with duels myself. I've done about 10 of them, I think. Ha! So the rich boy is dabbling in some duels, has he? I think you misunderstand. I meant to say that I've done about 10 of them a day. Oh, but grandmother sometimes let me skip them, so it might have been slightly lower than that on some days.
Oh, you done goofed. Oh, this boy done goofed.
What? I, Honglu of Limbus Company. No. I, Baiyu of the Jia family, accept this duel. Honglu stepped forward confidently as the opponent was processing what he just heard. For a moment, Honglu stood there in a stance that did not express even a hint of aggression, before curiously cocking his head to the side. Sorry, are we waiting for something? Oh, so I always let the opponent get the first 2 moves in duels. Please don't hesitate.
Let me, you little... Your cock and pride shall be your downfall!
The man who introduced himself as Shan-san leapt forward toward Hong Lu. Then, after about a minute,
How is this happening?
get wrecked, son! Oh, look at that, Hong Lu, let's go! Oh, ain't nothing! Golly, get wrecked! See you later, Silver. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to have had you here. Unlike Shan-san, who was throwing punches and swings with boiling hot passion, Hong Lu was effortlessly gliding between his opponent's strikes like he was out on a picnic. As though this was but a leisurely stroll through a garden. Whenever Shan-san threw a powerful punch, Hong Lu redirected it to the side with ease, the fist only grazing his clothes. We were mesmerized by the feathery light movements of his hands and feet that effortlessly glided through the air, until, after one blinking you'll miss it moment, we realized that Shan-san was already face down on the ground, defeated. Oh? Young Hong Lu, thou hast been concealing thy full strength in our presence. Oh no, I wouldn't say that. I always put my all into every fight. Yet, to defeat this foe so soundly, to dance with such grace between his strikes is... 'Twas as though we're dueling someone whose skill may only measure against a child's. Most of our fights happen in environments with a lot of variables, and we usually fight against enemies with all kinds of unexpected weapons and powers. You read him. Already familiar with that fool's moves. Oh, yes. One of my BWoo instructors used similar techniques as this gentleman here. Just my filter here. There we go. Practice makes perfect, and perfection makes an expert, right? Right, but I'm not sure if that's entirely relevant here. Oh, he big mad. Well, anyways, looked to me like he soundly kicked your behind in this duel. Let's do, why don't you? And preferably not do the thing I think you're about to do. This duel wasn't overseen by a notary office anyway. And our employer's not gonna let this failure slide if we just leave. Don't just sit there! Move your asses and jump them! Pathetic. I can kind of see how we're becoming experts at getting jumped. With the bitter cry of the defeated, his gang rushed toward us. Alright, time to start lighting fools on fire. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Oh, that beat though. Oh. Ayo, what is this? This is fire. Is Kara still in the audience? Kara, you're a musician. You can appreciate this more than I am. Where's Kara at? Oh, did I really? Oh, snap. We're at 50 followers already? Oh, my God. Well, thank you, everybody. That's so nice you hear me twice. Anyway. All right, let's start lighting some fools on fire. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, you can do that. Sure, hold on. I think that's where it was. Oh, no, hold on. I'm slightly guessing here because they're... let me turn on the transparency for a moment so you can actually... There we go. There you go, you're on my shoulder now. You're welcome. You may have to do the sit command to stay there, but yeah. Thank you, guys. Wow, I can't believe we're at 50 on the first stream. What the hell is my life right now? More fire! Good job, Hong Lu. It's about time that we're gonna see Hong Lu kick some butt. Unfortunately, it's with a not very good ID, but you know, we're gonna give the boys a chance. I think that's all I need for affiliate, right? After that, I just need to do 3 streams. Yeah. Nice. So we're gonna make affiliates sometime next week before, yeah. Let me do that there. We're almost done. Okay, whatever. Let's just start wailing on them. Yeah, I'm blown away. I can't believe it. Stream 1, 50 followers. Insanity. Absolute insanity. You guys are incredible. Got him. This isn't really a great start, fellas. It's never easy, is it? You know, Aubrey, you bring up a great point. I'll see if I can also include the Labami nuggets in this little stream avatar thing. I'll look that up. I want the pigeon to be the main thing, but I'll see if I can also have, like, Labami Corp stuff available. Hey, at least we got a nice warm-up. Wasn't all bad. I don't know. It seems more serious than our usual street brawls. Ishmael's right. They weren't your everyday thugs who pick fights with random people for no good reason. They were contracted by someone to specifically target and eliminate Hong Lu, probably one of his siblings if what we've learned so far is anything to go by. And given how they were open about their intent, calling it a contract, it doesn't seem like whoever gave the contract was exactly going for a subtlety. And maybe this was Jashi Chun who was... maybe this is what Jashi Chun was talking about way back when she mentioned surviving his heirs. Whoever's behind this must have had a bone to pick with Hong Lu. Indeed, it seems that we must expect more skirmishes like this going forward. Alas, was this trial not readily overcome? Not the point. Think on it a little more. Seems like they were assuming that Hong Lu's brought something here in order to participate in that family hierarchy evaluation. Then there's no reason to assume that we've seen the last of them. They're going to try again to take out the competition. A highly accurate assessment of the situation by the executive manager. I expect no less from someone of your genius. Alright, tone it down a bit, bestie. Going for the classic brown-nosing today, Otis. Since when was it brown-nosing to compliment a job well done? Do you not expect... This inane conversation is most riveting. But I would prefer some silence while we wait. It seems that the company foresaw such difficulties. They sent you a support team to help handle this issue. We heard voices coming from behind us, from where Virgilius pointed. My, you guys still haven't learned how to stick to the plan, have you? It really threw me off when I was told to meet you in some backstreets location, away from our agreed rendezvous point. A familiar voice, a voice we could not forget. Oh, it's Sunday! Hey, let's go! Long time no see, girl. How you doing? God, we haven't seen her in person since Kanto 3. This is wild. Oh, snap. She back. She get a new arm? I distinctly remember her missing an arm last time. Cool. Oh, this is lovely. It's been so long. Been a while, everyone. Hi, I'm here too. Welcome back, pilot. We turn around to follow where the voice was coming from and recognize the two people we've been hoping to see again. Yay! Oh, this is lovely.
두드려 패고 꿰뚫는다. 이게 우리 사과지. 아, 덥다. 뭐 시원한 거 먹으러 가는 거 어때? 빙수 같은 거.
Sade. And hey, pilot, right? What's wrong? It's like you're all looking at a ghost. Pilot, didn't you tell me that you shared my news with them last time? I did. I sure did, ma'am. Oh, yeah, he did. The sinners each recovered from the initial shock of seeing them again. And soon, their faces began to bloom with relieved smiles. Well, good to see that things haven't changed much around here, besides your number of limbs. Sode, we're so glad to see that you're okay. Tick-tock to you too. Good to see your gears are turning just fine. Sally smiled with a familiar grin. She did not seem to have changed much since the last time we met, save for a few minor differences. Minor? Her outfit and her badge, for example. Last I recall, you were promoted, yes? Allow me to congratulate you. Yeah. Or the hints of melancholy hanging from her smile and flickering in her eyes. Hey! I am merely congratulating her on her promotion and offering a recognition of her excellent accomplishments. I don't see what your problem is here. We all know the meaning of that promotion carries. Indeed, and it is very profound. After all, what meaning is there to a promotion attained without spilling some blood? Girl. Bestie. Like, I get it, but... phrasing. Let me ask you something then. If everyone behaves like you do around her, tiptoeing around the facts, keeping it hush-hush about what happened, where's she going to get the bare minimum of the recognition and the consolation she deserves? Hush-hush would have been nice. I've overheard some of them whisper that I let my partner die just so I can snag her promotion. So, in that regard, I appreciate that, Otis. If we're being technical, I did die. Except my brain was intact. Not even K-Corp's regenerative ampules could have revived me if it wasn't. Then, did Effie also? Apparently they went right for Effie's head when they stabbed him with a prosthetic. According to the coroner's autopsy. K-Corp ampules, life insurance. Neither of them can revive someone with a damaged brain. It is what it is. Anyways, let's not dwell on the depressing stuff. We're here for work. Let's get some work done. So let's talk about work, okay? Pilot? Yes, ma'am. Well, let's see here. Coincidentally, I happen to make friends with a feller who has ties to the Gia family. So, I brought him over. Hey, is that everything? Yes, sir. Briefing over. Just as everyone was reeling in stunned silence at the least informative, least helpful briefing we've ever had the displeasure of seeing through, Ishmael was the first to catch herself. She looked up at Saude. Saude, can we rely on you for some elaboration here? The briefing was a good demonstration of the necessity of educating the 5 W's and 1 H principle. Haha, looks like we'll have a lot to discuss once we get back, Pilot. Did I do something wrong? Shh. Pilot, buddy, stop. You're just digging yourself a deeper hole with every word. Breaker quickly leaned in to warn Pilot, but it was likely too late. A nigh unnoticeable crease had already formed between Saude's brows. Prior to commencing this high-priority operation, it was necessary for us to find individuals with connection to H-Corp. So, we, as the preliminary observation unit, were put to the task, and we managed to establish a connection with an individual. Oh, someone from my family? No. We tried, but your family proved to be a rather difficult nut to crack. However, as we were wasting our precious time with all our leads, Pilot pursued an unconventional method to establish this connection. I really didn't hold back on compliments then, and this is how you... Our collaborator is a former employer of the Gia family. After leaving the family, he now runs a lodging business. Then it is likely that he is far removed from the family's politics. Less motivation for him to attack us due to conflicting interests. Yes, and according to Pilot's reports, he still regards the Gia family positively. How can I not, considering the blessings they have given me? An unfamiliar voice butted into the conversation, as though to continue Saude's explanations. I humbly present myself before the fellowship of young Master Bayou. Please, call me King Tao. Oh God, I'm probably gonna mispronounce so many names as Kanto. I'm so sorry in advance. He greeted us in the most polite fashion before bringing his hands together in an odd motion. Oh, so is this how people greet each other here? Yep, it's called the Baoquan gesture. Bring fist and palm together to express respect and peace toward the receiver. Aha! Knights greet one another by shaking their hands for the self-same purpose. Forsooth, thou art indeed one possessed of a chivalrous spirit. Ah, indeed. Much did I worry about the qualities of people young master had surrounded himself with, but I see he is in company of those wise in the ways of the West. I prostrate myself before the vast breadth of your knowledge. What grand generosity it is to open the jar of the waterways of wisdom to quench my barren lands.
Something feels familiar about this.
I was just thinking that myself. Nah, she's been getting less and less verbose with bootlicking these days. Not like this guy for sure.
That's true. He's kind of like, how do I put this, a bit much.
What are you guys talking about? Communicating only by the sound of a ticking clock. This is something I'd already known ahead of time, yet what a most curious exchange to behold in person. Brief this journey may be, yet shall I find myself thoroughly entertained in its entirety. Ha ha! Maybe it's a solid sprinkle of disrespect that reminds you of the usual flavor. Wait, is this about me? You dare! Was all that bootlicking she did supposed to be a source of pride for her or something? Oda shook her head with clear distaste and strode toward me. We are nothing alike, executive manager. Never have I once said such empty flattery in your presence, filled with nothing but hot air and superlatives. I'll leave the guidance of these back streets to him. Well, looks like this is where... Sade fell silent, her eyes lingering on Virgilius, who stood somewhat apart from the rest of us. Oh yeah, she really wanted to meet Virgilius. Oh yay, she finally got what she wanted. So I finally get to meet the Red Gaze in the flesh. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. Nephew would have loved to be here. Manager? Virgilius seemed to sense her lingering gaze and walked toward us after nodding slightly in her direction.
Manager Sade, let's not make this any longer than it has to be. I'm not happy to be helping you with your businesses. I'd much rather put this behind me as soon as possible.
Oh, please. It's our historic first collaborative operation, isn't it? Can't you spare a little more time with us? Oh, sweetheart. Poor Sade, she has no idea. The guide bud's actually doing something? That guy? Yes, unfortunately, LCC has our own business to take care of today, so I won't be accompanying the LCB this time. And the Red Gaze will be helping us out to get it done. Taking Methy there. Vroom vroom. Maybe it's not that unfortunate now that I think about it. I feel every mission with the LCB's always been an uphill battle to get anything done. Well, you see, back then we were... Just messing with you. I'm sure we'll have another chance to work together again. Boss, we don't got much time. Wait, before you go, I think you owe us some explanation, Virgilius.
I will leave the details to Miss Faust. I am quite busy.
Very well. Virgilius turned around and left toward Mephistopheles with an oddly disgruntled expression. Well then, I'll see you around. Next time, I'll show y'all. I'll show you that I can carry my own weight. You know, oh boy, the last time we met, I really was so darn pathetic. Pilot, competence is shown through action, not words. Sade and Pilot gave us a light nod before following Virgilius. Some snares opened their mouths to speak, hesitated, then closed them again. We let them go without a word. Perhaps we didn't know what we could say to not make this an awkward farewell. Very well, please, this way. Hey, summertime! Welcome to the YouTube Pigeon Coop. I'm glad to have ya. Or maybe we were simply mindful of this guy who was responsible for the quality of our stay. Yoink. Magic burn. Yeah. Bum.
끌어넘칠 시간이군요.
I don't know. I forgot what the stars coming out of pigeons means. I know I knew that like yesterday. I've forgotten. Deep resentment ought to be washed away. For when the far one comes betwixt the burnt door, shall a star fall astray. Are you sure we're going the right way? No, I don't like the sound of these weird songs. Hey, look, I don't know how to sing. I'm doing my best, alright, Sinclair? The main streets are most likely teeming with those seeking to bring harm to the young master. You must venture an alternative path. And like he said, there weren't any skirmishes once you made it deeper into the dark alleyways. Ah, thanks, Aubrey. The lack of foot traffic would normally be pretty unsettling, but I guess that's what we needed at this moment. As for the song, it's a song that's become rather popular in the backstreets in the recent months. The lyrics are pretty, ominous for a popular song. It is a song that spreads through word of mouth. It sings of how the decimated Kong family... this is not the place to discuss such matters. I will share their tale in a more appropriate setting later, should we come across it. Didn't know there was a song like that. Is this the first time you've heard of it too, Honglu? He's a posh gift from a posh family. I doubt he's ever set his precious feet in the box streets. There's no wonder he's never heard anything like it. I have been to the back streets before. But Heathcliff isn't wrong. I did spend most of my time in my room. That is precisely because you were the most treasured one of them all, young master. Much like how the jade of the greatest worth is to be treasured, prized, and hidden in the deepest depths of one's coffers, where none shall reach. I'm like him. Oh, bestie. Pat, 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 pat. Hugs for Otis. Where's the hug Otis button? To a lesser degree, particularly as of late. So that guy used to work for Vijaya family, huh? I wonder if she's like trying extra hard because we did not pick her for that. So I did the time-killing time intervalo a while ago, right? But the stream got cut off because YouTube doesn't save VODs over 12 hours, apparently, which is quite annoying. But we had to pick a team. The team wound up getting picked for us, but Dante chose 3 other sinners, and Otis wasn't one of them. So, and ever since then, she has kind of like dialed it up a little bit. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. No, poor Otis. If it were up to me, I would have picked Otis. Do you know him, Honglu? Young master? Is there something on my face? Honglu stopped himself as though a thought flashed in his head and glanced quietly in my direction. Then, it's nothing. Shall we continue walking down this road? Indeed. Humble as I may be, I am very well versed in the roads of this area. Honglu shook his head at me as he casually changed the subject. It was as though he was trying to hide something we know from King Tao. Should we be suspicious of something? He is a collaborator, but only a temporary one. A degree of caution would be advisable. Given Pai's clear inexperience and naivete, we would do well to remain suspicious of this character. Faust and Otis approached me as Honglu was nodding along and chatting amicably with our guide. Well, looking back at our journey so far, I think we learned our lesson about blindly trusting every collaborator we come across. With this growing mistrust in mind, I slowly made my distance from the guide before asking Faust the burning question. Yeah, where are the messenger pigeons? There aren't any right now. We got the one pigeon model, that's all we got. I got this on Steam Workshop, so perhaps one day we will have messenger stuff. Have I seen End of Dream Barbecue? No. Also very check out she wasn't selected. Yeah, absolutely. So I gotta do a lot of reading for this interval because there's no voice acting. So I'm not ignoring your messages, I promise. I'm trying to read all I can. So what about back there with Virgilius? Something about him going off to help them out? The consequences of his actions at Wuthering Heights. Ah. Oh. His actions were a violation of one of the more important items in his contract with the company. He is simply taking responsibility for the breach of contract. Ah, God, this art goes so hard. I think back to the incident at the manor. It feels like such a long time ago now. Well, that's kind of a bummer. He really helped us out of a pickle. Well, that's what the dragon away for. Is there a problem, honored guest? It's nothing. Nothing at all. No problemo. Right, Ryoshu? Why in God's name are you asking Ryoshu? Alright, I'm sorry, Aubrey. I actually have to move off the shoulders because of the chat bubble. Sorry, guys. No pigeon shoulder at this point. You guys gotta go down there for now. I'll move you back later. Shut up, idiot. Marcel, can you carry Heathcliff for a little bit? He's dead tired. No, it's okay. Don't apologize. Just, I'm sure there's a way I can turn that off. I just don't know how to do it right now. So, I'll just make a note of that for the next stream. It will be done. Heathcliff, punched in the gut by the hilt of Ryoshu's sword, fell forward right onto Marcel's welcoming shoulder. Rhodia. You know the kind of person I hate most? The kind of dull people who can't read the room. Don't you feel the same way, Dante? Yep. I nodded enthusiastically, as something seemed to imply that she wasn't really asking me a question. I don't think she was about to punch my lights out, but... Rhodia and Ryoshu judged correctly this time. Classified company information must not be discussed in the presence of an outsider. Reminds me of the time I got knocked out cold for a while because he kept asking questions without raising his hands. This guy just doesn't learn, huh? Yeah, Rhoda's got a solid left hook. You successfully preserved the secrecy of a classified information about spilling blood. I applaud this policy. I did good, didn't I? Yeah, you know what? You can have some more cake. I'll order you some. I'm just not a fan of how they're treating Heathcliff like dirt now. Yeah, poor Heathcliff. Stop the Heathcliff bullying. If it is no problemo, as you say, then that is well indeed. Yet, I worry that it appears that the problem has found us anyway. I stopped and looked around, realizing that we were surrounded by a group of people wielding various weapons in their hands. What, happened to finding us a safer path? It is likely that my guidance has indeed given us a much safer path away from the more obvious skirmishes. However, to my great regret, it appears that the more observant of our enemies have tracked us here. Damn it. And what are you even here for? Isn't it your job to prevent this exact scenario? Let's leave the finger pointing for later. We're gonna have to take them all down. They must not be allowed to disseminate our current location. Exactly. Where are you slinking off to, Mr. King Tao? I must agreeably and humbly say that my talents in war are terribly lacking, so I intend to become scarce for a moment. Yet, I have the utmost faith in the strengths of our young masters and the honored guests in overcoming this adversity, so... King Tao was already standing so far away from the front lines that he was practically hiding behind me. Faust, anything you could tell us about these enemies? No, but a consultation with the Gesellschaft seems unnecessary if we are to determine whether negotiating with them is an option. They're coming. They're so. Wake Heathcliff up and set him down.